Beauty fan, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me some new products I'm trying. The new Estee Lauder Futurist Skin Tint Serum. I was gifted this by Community X Scene. The Rokael Beauty Lip Combo. Actually, it's three products I have on my lips. And then I'm trying a lot of Addiction Tokyo on my face today. So this is what's on my eyes. A palette I created myself. And then blush as well from Addiction Tokyo. A little bit of highlighter from Isamaya Isamaya Beauty. And then trying out her mascara from the Wellstar collection. Alright, if you're interested in joining me, then keep watching. Remember to like and comment below. Hi beauty fam. I am here trying some new to me makeup. I have a bare face on. All I have is skincare. It is morning. I'm trying to get ready for work. So I ended up getting as a gifted product the new Estee Lauder Futurist Skin Tint Serum. And I got this through the Community Time Scene. It's one of those platforms where if you're a content creator, you can sign up for things to try or for gifting. And it says, get ready for game day. Futurist Skin Tint Serum Foundation is your beauty bestie that brings your skin to life with a glow that lasts and skin caring ingredients. Get ready to experience why it's a fan favorite. Okay, and it claims that it's a silky skin caring serum. Has the beautiful benefits of a sheer tinted skin tone perfector. And it says the finish is an ultra natural radiant finish, which I'm so excited for. I am not wanting super glowy serums anymore just because I have oily skin and textured skin, but I'm here for the radiant and natural. So it also claims that it has broad spectrum UVA and B qualities. Okay, so I did swatch this yesterday because when I opened it, I was a little concerned. I'm like, ooh, in the bottle, it looks really light. I don't know. But as we know, you can't judge a book by its cover. You just have to actually try a lot of these products because it looks different on the bottle, or it can just apply differently on your skin. It says I have the shade 4WI Honey Bronze, and they let you pick the shade when you go online trying to figure out your best foundation match. I obviously didn't see this in person. So it comes in a dropper formula. So we're gonna start out, and that's the dropper mechanism. I'm gonna start out with just a little bit because I'm not sure if it's one of these products like a little goes a long way, but we'll see. What I want to do is show you what it looks like. So I did swatch this last night, and it did seem to blend in really well with my skin tone, even though it looked too light on my hand. So I'm grabbing a clean jumbo base. This is Sonia G, and I'm gonna do one side with just putting it on here first because this is my preferred method, and then I'll put it on my face. So this application is putting it on the brush first. It does have a slight scent, but it's very light. I've smelled Estee Lauder before. It's not as strong as their other foundation. It's just basically it smells like foundation, doesn't smell like perfume. Nice. It looks very light. It's much true to form. They say it's a serum. It looks very light, which I appreciate. But there's some good coverage. As you can see, I naturally have rosacea. And this is the preferred way I like to, if I can, wear foundation. I just feel like the product spreads more as opposed to putting it right on my face. I'll put like one little, I'm just starting out. I didn't even put a whole drop. I just want to build this because a little goes a long way, and it's easier to build than to take away, especially with foundation. And that wasn't even a dropper. That was like 2 or 3 drops, not a dropper full of product. Very natural finish, like they say, but it's not dewy. It definitely is radiant. Nice. So that is one application. This is with putting it on here, and this is dropping it onto the face. Actually, again, I prefer this foundation application more. I really love putting the product onto a brush and making the tool do the blurring. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put actually a little more on here, and I did put more on that side. So I'm going to put like 2 drops down here, and then again push the foundation And this is the Fusion series from Sonia G. If they ever come out with this again, I'm buying a backup. This is like one of the most effective tools in my makeup. And because I have oily skin already, I always have to powder down, but this is beautiful. It looks like my skin, but better. And it's a pretty good shade match. So I'm going to zoom out. Okay, so that is what the foundation is looking like. Okay, I went away for a little bit. I actually had to jump on a meeting. I did put some color corrector under my eyes. I'm going to put on the DANESSA MYRICKS Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. I have shade 8. I do like this concealer. I love the formula. However, it's so surprising. The shade range I'm actually having a trouble with. There's not many choices in the shades being good for people with warm olive skin tone. Or warm olive skin tone. You can see where I can get away with this, but I tend to really want concealers that have more of a warm olive undertone, kind of like these two. You can see how this is Fenty. This is shade 310W right here, where there's just more of a warmth in the product. This is 315W. And even though it's lighter, it has yellow in it. This is just, I don't know, maybe it's too olive. Depending on the color of the day, if it's... Anyway, it's a little off in terms of shade, but I'm going to use it. I love this formula. I just had trouble finding the right shade match. Just kind of go in here. It's pretty pigmented. And then I'm taking my Beauty Pie concealer brush. This was new to me. This is gifted to me. I'm loving this concealer brush. It's like my new favorite brush for under eye, and I have quite a few, but this is so good. So you can see it blends out really nice. It's definitely brightening, but if I didn't use corrector, it would show my dark circles more, but I use corrector always. I could stop there if I wanted a more natural look, but I feel like my circles are kind of peeking through a little bit, and then maybe a little bit here. Do that. Why I like this Beauty Pie concealer brush is that it's angled, it's synthetic, and it's so soft. I don't find that to be the case, the softness part, to be for like a lot of the concealer brushes I have. And for example, I have a Sonia G, like 2 of these concealer brushes, and even though they're like super expensive and hand bundled from Japan, there's still a spikiness to it. And then what was the other one that I like? Oh, BK Beauty is like one that everyone has, like that's an influencer. I love the design. I love it, except the quality of it, it is pokey still. So the best one I've found on the market, thank you Beauty Pie for this gift, this is the Beauty Pie Pro Angled Concealer Brush 002. And anything I'm talking about I will link below. Okay, so that is the concealer. You can see it's like more of like a light medium coverage. It's definitely brightening. And so since my eye's already done, what I'm going to do is grab a new product to me. And I received this as part of a gift with purchase. This is the Addiction Tokyo Sample Loose Powder. So they have a larger size of this. I have been using their pressed powder and it's fantastic. This is what the sample small powder looks like. And what I'm going to do is kind of actually just put it in my hand here. I'm going to grab my trusted handy dandy SURRAT brush. This is squirrel hair. I'm going to tap it off because that's a little bit too much. And put that under my eyes as loose powder. That was really nice. Can you see the difference? Actually, I'm going to do one side so you can see. What I read about these loose powders is that there's a little bit of oil, so I'm not going to get, oops, like a flat matte. So I'm taking my Chikuhoda Lunar New Year brush. Happy New Year if you celebrate. Happy Lunar New Year. We don't, in our house, in our family, we don't say Chinese New Year because to be inclusive of other Asian cultures, it's not just Chinese people that celebrate New Year. So Lunar New Year. Okay, so that is one side with this powder. Okay, it looks okay. I have to say, with this You know, this is a first impressions for this foundation. It does look a little makeup-y. Like, I kind of want it to melt more into the skin than it does. It looks like to me, it looks like it just sits on the face instead of melting into the face, like, to give a more natural finish. But this powder is super nice. And what I like about this powder so far is that because it's made in Japan, what I'm hoping is that it's going to correct a little bit for people with more yellow undertones, but we'll see. I also have the Makeup by Mario new loose powder in my Sephora cart. It's been there for like a month, and it has more of like a peachy undertone, and it's also talc free, so it's something I've been wanting to test. I actually gonna go to Sephora. I haven't bought anything from Sephora in close to 6 months because I'm on a low buy. So that is the loose powder. So it doesn't leave like a flat matte like base. So that's nice. This is what I've been doing lately. I'm gonna grab this SURRAT neutral bronzer just to bring some dimension back into my face. I love that it's easy. It's a Japanese formula because SURRAT is, even though it's a New York City based company, they source and create a lot of their makeup in Japan for more of a Western aesthetic. Do this now. I was watching this YouTube tutorial yesterday, and I'm taking an angled brush. This is from SUQQU. I think it's synthetic. I don't think it's squirrel hair, but it's I'm grabbing a Kevyn Aucoin contour, and this is in Sculpting Powder Deep, and I love this shade. It's like probably my favorite shade for contouring. So I'm just using, this angled brush to do some contouring. And I was watching the season release. I can't remember what season this is. It's season 3 of the show called Harlem, and Megan Good is in that show. She's so gorgeous, and her makeup is beautiful. Talks a lot about how she refuses to put foundation on the set of Harlem, and if most, she puts a skin tint, but she doesn't want a lot of makeup on her face, but she refuses powder because it flattens her complexion too much. And I saw an interview with her. Let's just say she's already gorgeous, and she has like such beautiful skin. So she's got like she won the genetic lottery for sure. So I was hopping on a tutorial she had about how she doesn't use too much makeup anymore, but if she does do things, she'll put concealer and contour and highlighter. So she was contouring, and she was sharing her routine for her contouring. So she contoured her nose with, I think it was powder, and then she took a little bit of concealer, and so I'm going to take a concealer that's a little bit closer to my skin tone match. This is 310W Fenty Beauty. I'm not using the other one because it's too bright, the DANESSA MYRICKS, and I'm just using this contour because I think it's a better match. The other one's too bright. Nice. And she just ran the key points for contour. Beautiful. Okay, so I just spotted contour today. In all honesty, I don't contour that much. This is like an extra step, but when I'm in the mood, I'll do it. So I'm just taking an angled brush from Refer, and this is so pigmented. All you need is a little bit. This you do is just find where your shadow naturally would be, and don't take it too far down, because then it starts to look unnatural. And I really should have done this first before the bronzer. Okay, and then what she did, last thing she did with this technique is she took a powder. I think she took a puff. So I'm going to take a puff that's angled, and again I'm just kind of going into the product, and then she made sure to go to the other side of where she contoured down the bridge of the nose. Okay, and that's it. Okay, how does that look? I don't know, sometimes like in real life I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so fake, but then when the makeup's done, it ends up, if you're doing it right, it look really, really good. Okay, so my eyebrows are done. I curled my lashes. I am going to show you Addiction Tokyo, and this is part of that massive sale they had, and I bought a lot of Addiction Tokyo products at the end of last year. I do have a video of me unboxing the Addiction Tokyo products. So they had a sale. I went crazy getting the stuff I really wanted. And I have to say, out of all the products I bought, I love all of them. And the only thing I didn't like was a gift with purchase, and that was just more of a preference. But everything I got from Addiction Tokyo, it was, gosh, it was like a 10 for 10 win. So I'll link that video here and below. This is a palette I created for myself based on what I know of, like, this is the colors I like. So I made this palette, this really cute pinkish palette. I love their formula. It's that Japanese technology again, where it's very creamy, slurry kind of formula, and they're pigmented. And I am so picky about mattes, and these just blend so nicely. I have not gushed about mattes since the days of Visi Art, and I think these are fantastic. I love their mattes, Addiction Tokyo. I really enjoy SUQQU's mattes as well, but these are actually a little bit more approachable. And what I had learned about, look how pigmented that is already. Just beautiful. And it's that one. It doesn't look really bright in the pan, but the more you build it, is just gorgeous. So this is a brand I definitely feel is tan person friendly. What I had read is the creator of Addiction Tokyo used to work at NARS, and then they left and created their own brand. So a lot of the aesthetic you're going to see from Addiction Tokyo might remind you of NARS, but it's got its own kind of vibe. I mean, it's Japanese owned, so you're going to get more of Japanese aesthetics, but the things like the functionality of building your own palettes, that feels very NARS to me, like working makeup artists, you create your palette. Okay, I'm just taking that same matte shade and just dragging it underneath. And then these are the other shades. Let me just kind of show you what they look like if I swatch them really carefully on my fingers. Very shimmery but light, very pretty. I'm wearing a pink shirt today, so I think I'll go in with, let's try this light shade, this one here. Which one is that? I think it was this one. And there's four different formulas, and I have to be honest, like, I don't know the difference other than one is more like sparkle, one is a topper, which is more like, doesn't have as much underpigment, and then there's like a shimmer shade. And I think it's more just variations on how they lay down, very subtle in terms of the difference. So this one I think might be a shimmer, I'm not sure. So pretty, this shade right here. And we'll see how that lays down. So pretty. What I remember about this formula is that it's buildable. There we go. So I went through a second pass here. It's buildable, and if you want more impact, use your fingers. But I'm just going to work, so I don't want something completely too out there. And really with eyeshadow, you don't even need all the choices. Sometimes I feel like, you know, you can just use one or two shadows and then be done. It doesn't have to be overly complex. See how this looks like. I'm gonna take this. I think this is a topper shade, just by the feeling of it. I'm gonna see what that looks like. Okay, it's kind of got a purple shift, and I'm putting that at the center. I love it. There's kind of like a fuchsia vibe with this palette. Obviously, like, it's my favorite color. That's what I'm wearing now. And that is the eye look. And that's Addiction Tokyo. So I use this matte, this shade, and then this shade. You can see there's a flip here. It's almost salmony, but it's kind of got this wet shift. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'm just gonna drag that along my eyes. This is basically what I wanted NARS to be, and then I just gave up on NARS. Like, their stuff for eyeshadow just runs like way too orange and red for my eyes. So if you're looking for a brand that's like similar to NARS but better in terms of quality and the variety of shades, go check out Addiction Tokyo. I recently organized my entire setup here, and I divided up my stuff by shade. So these are the brown eyeliners. You know what I'm gonna do is grab this because I think this is a pretty inner corner highlight. This is Celestial Pink from Chanel, and I'm just using that on my inner corner to zhuzh up the look. There we go, inner corner highlight, that's Chanel. And that was part of that spring release. And then I think I'm gonna take Mauve Intense, which is part of their spring release. And it's an eyeliner, it's more purple, but I think these are complementary colors, purple and pink. So I'm grabbing this Chanel eyeliner. I'm gonna wing it out a little bit. So pretty. I love this. I love the shades I got from this release so much that I got a backup of this purple mauve. It's like a flat violet. I got a backup of that, and I got a backup of the brown purple shade. They also have a green one, which I love. But I didn't get a backup of that because I don't use green as much as brown and purple. Okay, so that is the liner. So I'm going to grab this one. This is the MAC Giga Black. I always use this for my lashes down here. And I've been trying to use this, but I have to be honest with you. I got the Chanel mascara. This is the purple one from the end of last year. Noir Allure Amethyst, made in France. It's that one that's fancy, Chanel, and it was like more of the purple one. I hate the way this smells. There's like some chemical smell that never goes away. So I'm likely going to just get rid of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is open a new mascara. Again, this is like a new to me makeup. I got the Isamaya French box set. It was on sale from $250 to $70, and it's cool. It was on sale. I know a lot of times these products go on sale because they're probably reaching the end of their shelf life, but for me it's a way to try out her products. I did not get the, what is this called, the Wild Horse, I think it's the Wild Horse release, and part of it is it came with liner, lipstick, mascara, and the Wild Horse eyeshadow, which I haven't shown yet. I'll do another get ready with me with new products. It's just very glittery, so I'm not going to use that for work. So it did come with this mascara. Fun packaging. Here's what I'll say about the execution of the packaging. It's fun, but it's also cheap. So I was trying to get the product out of the packaging. I can't find it now. I think it might have been the liner. And I tried to get it out, and the horse legs fell off. So these are made of plastic, just so you know. It's cute. I have a lot in my collection, so the horse legs do get caught up in all my other things. So it does get a little annoying that way. Oh, it came with Balm, a little highlighter, so I'll use that today. So it's fun. I don't think I would buy it again. I think it's more for the novelty of things. So this is the mascara, and we'll see how it is today. So this is my first time using this mascara. It does not have a scent. And I'm just going to use it on my upper lashes. What I remember is I think she has two mascaras. One was from the Industrial one, which is like really thick lashes and almost like dramatic, which is part of that collection. Okay, it's a very thick, like fluffy brush, spoolie, and it looks traditional. I'm trying to pivot the wand. So the handle is the horse. So it's a bit like, it's cute, but it's not utilitarian. So if it was a round handle, I'd be able to pivot it to get the pigment load more, where I'm seeing on the mascara brush. Okay, I would say it's not thickening, it's more lengthening. It seems okay. I'm going to go in for more just to see, make sure I'm giving this a fair shake. Okay, more pigment got on there, or as the lipstick lesbians will say, like mascara, the pigment load. Putting some on this side. Okay, so first impressions on the mascara. It's pretty good. I have fluffy lashes, but it takes quite a while for me to build up the volume on here. And for me, I don't have a lot of time in my day for that. Like, I gotta get going. I could probably get the same effect with Volume de Chanel, which is like my holy grail volumizing mascara. That's my favorite in my collection. I feel like I get more volume also with the Chantecaille just because of the formula. I think this is a really good mascara if you likely have long lashes already. I don't. I have pretty short Asian lashes that I have to curl, and they're like different lengths. And I also have hooded eyelids. So it's like when the brush is super fluffy, I have to be very careful to not get the product on my upper lid. So it makes me go slower. So yeah, that is what it looks like. It's pretty. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this runs. We'll see how it goes the rest of the day. There's so many mascaras, it's hard to compete. But so far it's okay. I don't think it's like, you know, amazing. I don't know if I'd go out and buy more of it, but for sure I'll tell you my top 3 mascaras I have bought on repeat is the Gucci mascara for lengthening, and I am a sucker for the packaging, but it works. This is the original formula. Chantecaille, this is probably my most used everyday mascara just because there's like peptides and lengthening in it. And then Volume de Chanel. Those are my top 3 mascaras to like basically any product has to topple. But so far that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna use some of my Addiction Tokyo blush. I ended up getting some of these products during the sale. I ended up getting 4 new blushes, and I'll show you my original blushes. My original blushes are, I think, Skyflower and Foggy Rose, these 2, and I ended up getting this, and this. So I might do, I think these look better for what I'm wearing. And so I'm going to do a combination of probably these 2. Let's see how they look. Right, one is more of a matte, and then the other is pearl. So let me take the matte one here. There we go. The new Sonia G brushes are out with the Fluide Master from Chikuhodo. They were in my cart yesterday. I almost pushed buy, and then I remembered I am on a low no buy, and I was like, do I really need these? Am I just getting caught up in the hype just because it's limited edition? And I really don't need more brushes. And $250 is a lot out of a person's budget, given a lot of people are struggling with like basic stuff like eggs and groceries. So I was like, I just gotta stop. This is ridiculous. I'm using what I have, so I don't need it. So just if you're like tempting to buy something, just have a talk with yourself of like, do I really need this? What could I use this money for? It was $250. It's ridiculous. I understand it's luxury brushes, but yeah, it's just, I think the consumption, at least for, I'll speak to myself, of me over consuming has just got to stop with makeup. So this is Skyflower. This is like my favorite blush of last year. And just combine those 2. Super pretty. So I got this really pink look going on. Okay, I'm going to take some of this Balm highlighter, Dazzle Up highlighter. And again, it's got that horse. It's got, I think, green eyes. Cute. And it's, I'll show you the balm. Very subtle highlight. So I'm just gonna take some of this. Not my favorite. I don't like using this kind of highlight too much. I can see that it lifted some of my product. So what I'm going to do is actually, oh, it did lift it. Can you see? Okay. So this is what I thought was going to happen. This is why I'm not a fan of Balm. It literally just lifted up my product. Okay. So not cool. You're going to get to see things in real life of like, if the product's working. Ugh. It literally lifted my product. What I'm going to do is just take some of the brush I did for my makeup, because it has some concealer or foundation left, and so I'm just gonna try to blend and build up what I have on my face. Okay, this is why I don't like, generally, like you should not, try not to mix cream products with powder products, or I should have put all cream products on my face and not mix the two. And I barely just use all cream products because my skin is oily, so I might just have to pass this on to someone else. Okay, so you saw that in real life, don't like that product. The last thing I'm going to show you is a product I picked up from, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, Rokael Beauty, R-O-K-A-L. I did an unboxing. They had a sale at the end of last year, and this is the makeup artist that does Beyonce's lips and lashes. So they're a makeup artist that has their own products of lipstick, liners, and glosses, and then most notably, like, really people love Beyonce's lip color combination and then her eyelashes. So there was a sale. I ended up getting this color combination based on what I saw on their website. So this is the shade Transfigure. It kind of pops up. It's an angled liner, and then it has this, let me show you, this brush to help kind of buff out the liner. And this is not a first impression. This is what I'll say about this. It was hard for me to pick what shade on the website of someone of my skin tone, and it looked closest to this woodwork. I mean, it shows up, but kind of not. I do like the shape. Okay, so that is the liner Transfigure. Actually, now that I'm talking to you here, I can see that actually it looks pretty good. Okay, so it has this kind of like blending, instead of a brush, it's like this brush. I don't know, I think it's too rough, is what I'll say. I'd rather just use my finger, which is a little bit, seems a little bit more inelegant, but I get more of a blurred effect with my fingers and it being warm. This is just, I don't like the brush. In theory, it looked really cool, and then when I used it, I was like, no. Okay, so I also got the lipstick Chosen here, and this is what the packaging looks like. And you push down here and it pops out. And actually, it was cool. I did an unboxing of this, I think. There's like these hieroglyphic kind of things. Like, so this is Transfigure. It's like a muted, cool, mauvey brown. And this is Chosen, the lipstick. Very creamy. It reminds me a little bit of the Pat McGrath matte formula. And this is more of a peachy brown look. It doesn't really necessarily go with my outfit today, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then for a topper, I ended up getting their gloss, which is actually my favorite thing out of the three products I got. The Rokael Beauty gloss. I love the packaging. It's got this faded gold here. You can see the actual product here. Love the lettering. And the top looks like it has an elephant on it. I don't know if you can see. Really beautiful. Moreover, I just really love this product. Pretty picky about glosses. This is what it looks like. And this is the gloss. It's kind of got this peachy brown color. And the color is nude, and it's spelled N-E-U-X-D. It's a whipped lip oil. So it's not like a gloss, it's more of a lip oil. Okay, and that's the Rokael. I mean, it's too peach for this outfit, but at least I wanted to show you what this makeup looks like. Done. So what I think that it's the Estee Lauder with this one, this serum. It might do better with, and I'm gonna try it tomorrow. It might be do better with primer. I'm seeing that it's like almost like a medium coverage, light coverage when it goes on. However, I'm seeing it kind of, I don't know if it's lifting for my face, but it's definitely not melting into my skin. Like, it definitely, I can see it lifting more here. So that's not a good sign. I'm not even like an hour into this makeup, but we'll see how it does the rest of the day. I love the makeup of like my eye. No complaints there because I've tried this product before. Tried the blush. Rokael, I've been trying this lip product. I've been trying for a while. Again, I love the lip oil more than the lipstick and the liner. And that's just me, like just what my preferences are. There's a little bit of a scent, but it dissipates after a while. I just like the consistency and shade of this lip oil. Okay, Beauty Fam, let me know what you think of this final look. Thanks for joining me, Beauty Fam. As always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just take good care. Bye.